With Emma Smith promoted to the Lights World Championship, the Futures title fight is wide open, and Eric Kaplinger wasted no time in stepping up. The Illinois native took control in Indianapolis, pulling away for the victory. His teammate Raymond Rodriguez joined him on the podium in third as Klaus Kreutzer split the pair to complete a move over its speedy time podium sandwich. Now, the championship shifts to Sonoma. With the elevation changes and dirt sections will test every driver's skill, we wonder who will take charge next. We're about to find out. We go green wine country live next on ASN Plus. Our venue for this evening is the virtual Sonoma Raceway. North American Simulated Auto Racing started visiting Sonoma in 2018B. This challenging circuit weaves through the rolling hills of wine country, featuring a mix of fast asphalt sections and tactical dirt corners, along with dramatic elevation changes. The undulating terrain and tricky transitions test both driver control of their car and their racecraft, making every lap a challenge. With its unique layout and unpredictable surface shifts, Sonoma provides a thrilling stage for Rallycross competition. The format in NASA Rallycross Futures is as follows. We are finishing open practice now, which leads us into a 3-lap single-car qualifying session that splits the field equally into 6-lap heat races with the qualifying order inverted. Nobody transfers out of the heats. Everyone sent to the semifinal round, and it's also 6 laps. The top half transfer to the feature, and the winner receives a bonus point. This will set the grid for our 10-lap feature race, where the points are awarded and trophies are handed out. And unique to NASA Rallycross Futures and Contenders, the Joker Lap is taken twice all evening. The second season of NASA Rallycross Futures continues tonight live on ASN Plus. With Stephen Moreau next to me in the commentary box, my name is Josh Mertz as we welcome you to the second running of the Sonoma Grand Prix. Josh Darnell supposed to be here. I'm filling in, and I'm not featured on the graphic, but that's okay. Cameras all season on ASN, brought to you by Whiplash SimCams. Be sure to check them out at facebook.com/WSimCams. And thank you, Andrew Cardinale IV, for your camera support. Also, the intro music for the NASA World feed produced by Alex Abetti. Mr. Moreau, Cap stole the show last week in Indianapolis, and it's been unpredictable since Emma was promoted to the World Championship. We saw some awesome action in Indianapolis, and I wonder if it's going to continue tonight.
I think it's gonna 100%. I'm excited to see what happens right now as we see Kaplinger's putting down a 43 flat behind Brian Sawyer, who practice. This is going to be his practice for lights. Is putting down a 42.
We ignore any reference to Brian Sawyer. He erroneously joined as a driver. This is his practice for the lights, so he's only going to be in the next few minutes. Then he will not be racing tonight. So
no, he won't be, but
42.680 for Wyatt Pearson, 4/10 up on Cap, who I believe, let's take a look at the Drivers' Championship, Stephen, as we enter round number 4. On top in the championship. If you don't have a graphic, that's okay. I can just read it. Eric Kaplinger with 84 points. Klaus Kreutzer with 61 points. Between them is Emma Smith with 70, but Emma promoted to the Lights World Championship, so she's not going to be scoring any more points here in Rallycross Futures. So that means a 23-point lead for the man from Central Illinois, Eric Kaplinger, ahead of Klaus Kreutzer. Cartwright, Rodriguez, and former Contender Series champion Matty Grove in the 5th position. And move over at speedy time, commanding lead in the team's championship, 31 points ahead of Slapex Racing, with Team Watson Racing in 3rd. Let's take a look at some programming notes before we head to qualifying, Stephen, if that's totally fine. And then we'll let these guys loose. Our next round for, our next broadcast, I should say, for NASA Rallycross, it's not featured on this graphic. There's going to be ASN on demand for the World Championship race that happened yesterday. There was some prior commitments for both of our directors, so I had to record it on my own. Brian's got to put together. So you will be seeing the Indianapolis Grand Prix in the next few days. I think Brian said he's going to work on it later tonight, so we'll see when that pops up. But our for sure next live show will be NASA Rallycross Contenders from here in Sonoma tomorrow, and that is at 8:30 p.m. Sorry, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Is my graphic? That's very, very small to read. Apologies for that. 9 o'clock Eastern Time. You'll have Justin and Brian for that. And the NASA Rallycross World Championship will be at Sonoma on Saturday, the 29th, 2 p.m. Eastern. What's not featured is the Lights World Championship show that you'll be seeing in about an hour or so. And Josh Darnell will be joining Steven and replacing me as I get to jump in the car for that one. And no Torque Sports Car until not this Thursday, next Thursday from Watkins Glen. So I think we are good to head to qualifying. And Wyatt Pearson on top in warm-up by about 0.3, let's call it, over Garcia, then Cap, Rodriguez, and Eddie Boyles in the top 5, Steven. So it's looking pretty interesting in this futures field.
It is indeed. I'm excited. There's gonna be some great racing. I love Sonoma. It's my favorite track, and it's probably my most practiced track, if I got to be honest, because it's it's one that comes up on the schedules for this official series all the time. So I'm really excited. Sorry,
First car on track. You're good. Eric Kaplinger in the 277 points leader with the orange plate. We're focused on Jake Robichaux, but if we pop a little bit further ahead, Kaplinger in the 277 down to turn number 1. Very tricky to get this corner right. The distinct line that the World Championship guys are running, whether it's lights or the supercars, is maintaining the right side on that paint. There's a sliver of asphalt that is not covered up by dirt, and it's the same concept here in the carousel. We head it in reverse that NASCAR and IndyCar do. Up the hill. Tricky to get this corner right because the car gets very light as you crest the hill. You want to be turned as you're cresting, and then through the NASCAR carousel to the final corner and jump here as we head to the start-finish line. How can we forget, so many memories that have happened. Ray Kingsbury flying to the moon back in 2021. We had Matty Grove in a photo finish with JP DeFino as well. First lap clocked for Kaplinger, 43.177. Jake Robichaux, 43.225 for the man from Canada. Eddie Boyles goes to the top of the board for the moment at a 43.013. Times begin to roll in. Wyatt Pearson to the top for JC Academy at a 42.951. We look at DiGiacomo. He's on his second lap. That lap did not count. Trying to find cars finishing up their first lap. Ryan Hartunian crosses the line. 44.7 for the man from Indiana. 12th quickest for car number 13. Cap is going to go over the jump and end his second lap in the 277. 42.923. By 3/100ths of a second, he goes P1 over Pearson. Can Pearson respond? In the 17, Eddie Boyles goes quickest. Raymond Rodriguez goes quickest. Pearson at the line, 43.0. He's got 1 lap left. And this is fascinating, Steven, to watch from up in the commentary box instead of being in race control. So unpredictable is this series right now with that promotion of Emma Smith to the World Championship.
Yeah, everything is just up in the air right now, and I'm excited to see who comes out on top this season, because it's going to be a lot of battling for positions and a lot of elbows out.
Cap crosses the line, 43.1. Jake Robichaux, 44.4. Eddie Boyles crosses the line, 43.3. Cartwright, 43.7. Rodriguez, 42.6. He matches his last lap. Garcia, 42.9. Eddie Boyles, or Pescucci, sorry, across the line to begin his third lap. Matty Grove, former Contenders champion, currently sitting in the 8th position. Eric Dubois in 11th. So let's ride on board the 000. He's the one car that'll have 1 full lap left. And enjoy how tricky it is here in Sonoma. Matty Grove 43.6 does not improve his time. And where is Dubois? Fourth quick, 42.9 for the man from Maine. And it looks as though he's going to have one lap left. Darren Canfield in the 23 has one lap left as well for Kieran Lifflander Academy. And he is rolling again, but we stay on board with Dubois in the 000. Down to the final couple of corners. And let's see what Dubois can do. About a car width off the apex, over the jump. Currently sitting fourth. Will he improve? 42.9 was his last lap and his best lap, crossing the line. 43.3. He does not improve. Let's take a look at Canfield now in the 23. A number that is steeped in history in the NASA Rallycross Challenge. Chris Wetz drove this number for so many years, so many seasons, so many wins, and championship near misses for the man from Texas. And Darren Canfield making his debut this season for Kieran Lifflander Academy. Currently sitting 10th. His best lap is a 43.284. And final corner for Canfield. Really deep on the brakes in the final corner. Left side tires did not want to comply. And across the line for the 23, 43.294. He matches his best lap from a couple moments ago. So with that, we are looking,
I
Steven,
think we're good to go.
to head to heat number 1. And this is my first proper commentary of futures. I've been hanging out in race control while you guys commentate these races, and the inverted fields are something else in this series and in Contenders. We got Matt Hugh in the 53, Joe Pascucci, Darren Canfield, Klaus Kreutzer, Eric Dubois, and Raymond Rodriguez is our grid for heat number 1. So 6 laps. And like we mentioned in the opener, unique to the Futures division is 2 jokers all night as we wait for Dubois to get on the grid in the 000. He is gridded as our first heat race of the evening in Futures about to go green.
And
Green
we're
flag
off.
off the line. Great jump for Dubois in the middle of the pack there into turn 1. Pascucci leads over Hugh. Hugh leads now out of the corner. Now no jokers on the first lap of the race. You will get a penalty from the sim. Canfield nudges Pascucci. Pascucci slides, saves it in the 015 over the jump. And side by side, Kreutzer and Hugh down to turn number 1 proper now. You cannot take the joker off the start. You will get a penalty from the sim. And Klaus Kreutzer looking good, holding that grip strip through turn 1. Dubois trying to do the same thing. And when will the luck pan out for Eric Dubois? We remember and we roast him for the incident, I think it was in Contenders last season when he didn't take 2 jokers. And everybody makes the same joke to me when I didn't do that at Daytona. We got a handbrake malfunction, it sounds like, I think, for
Matty Hewen way wide there and lost 3 positions.
jokering is Kreutzer for the first time. Jokering is Hugh, very wide in the 53. And at the end of the first lap, Steven, Kreutzer leads.
It looks like Matty is looking to make up for that mistake of going too wide by coming out of the joker right in front of Eric Dubois, but he does not take the inside line here and gives it up to Eric, but he's climbing up on him. He might get the better exit here.
Down the hill. Tricky to make a move through this carousel. Immensely tricky to make a move stick. And now up the hill. Dubois stays on the track just barely as the top 8 receive points for the championship, but you don't get any bonus points in the heat races. Hugh off the road
That's
again.
going to be a black flag.
Let's see what the sim does. It does give him, I think, a slowdown penalty, and he'll have to give up all that time. And in this Futures division, rookie-level division here in NASA Sim Racing, way off the road is Pascucci, trying to do the Brands Hatch line through the carousel. It almost worked, and I think it might have worked to get to Matt Hugh in the 53. Meanwhile, up front, Kreutzer pulling away, and Dubois has yet to joker. So interesting to see how this is going to unravel with the strategy, as I think Kreutzer took his second joker
And
earlier on. Jokering
what a
is
time
Dubois.
for me to check up on Eric Dubois. As I check up on him, he's taking his joker for the first time.
So the gap between them about 1 second between those two. And Klaus has one joker left, so I stand corrected. I thought he took his strategies early. So
Looks
this is an even fight for the lead.
Looks like the top three haven't taken their second joker yet.
As Pascucci took both of his, Hugh took both of his, and Rodriguez in the 129. It was calamity in turn one, and that's what this Futures division is about with the different format. Along with contenders, it teaches these guys how to get through traffic. It's easy to be super fast, pull away, and say sayonara, right? And hot lap all day. But that's not what we're trying to do. We are trying to develop racing drivers, not hot lap drivers. So that's what these guys, with all this practice, with all the extra track time, able to learn how to get through traffic. And Klaus Kreutzer still leads. Dubois second, Canfield third. Now, with no transfers, this gives you the better grid spot for your semifinal. And there are 2 semifinals here this evening in NASA Rallycross Futures. So it's not necessarily...
No,
Canfield stays
not
out.
Going to take it now.
So Canfield's got one lap.
With Joseph Sascuzzi coming up on his rear like that, I would assume he would want to take that joker and get some more space between him and Pascuzzi, but he did not do that.
Well, think of it this way. Canfield has no pressure with Pascucci. Pascucci already took both of his jokers, so it's not like he can lose any positions unless Pascucci had a great run through the carousel through turn one. Much better run in the 015, looking ripping the grip lanes through the dirt here in Sonoma, but you can't make anything happen in this turn 4 here. Up front, Klaus Kreutzer will round the final corner and win heat number 1 here in Sonoma, unless Dubois has something to say at the line. It's Kreutzer, and then it's Dubois. As Canfield, Pascucci, Matt Hugh, and Raymond Rodriguez are results for heat 1. Interesting turn of events there, to be honest.
It really was,
because
honestly.
Raymond was fastest in qualifying and finished last. Grid for Heat 2, Ryan Hartunian, Tyler Johns, Jeff Cartwright, Jake Robichaux, points leader Eric Kaplinger, and Eddie Boyles.
And engines are going.
Get ready for heat
Lights
number
are
2.
red.
Cars squatting down, getting ready.
And we're
Green
good.
flag. What a jump for Cap. Off the line, looking middle. Johns, Hartunian, and Cartwright to the first corner. Johns leads out of the first corner. Then it's Hartunian, Kaplinger side by side. Robichaux with Cartwright, and then Eddie Boyles in the back of the field through the final corner to begin the first lap. Proper over the jump. Robichaux thought he could battle Cap. He's going to be side by side with Cartwright down to the first corner. And Tyler Johns, a newcomer to the series, out front in the 199. So the man from Alabama with the blank car. I'm surprised nobody has signed him, whether it's JC Simsport, Move Over at Speedy Time, Saints and Sinners, or Team Watson Racing. But if he continues to lead this race, granted we're only 2 corners in, but if you're leading this race and you pull away, you're about to be snatched up by somebody. As Jake Robichaux all over the rear wing of Ryan Hartunian. If we could take a look, battle for third. And Eddie Boyles all over the rear wing as well. John's Jokers. And so does Eddie. Eddie runs it a little wide. He's probably going to get a slowdown penalty for sure in the 38, and he didn't. That's interesting. Surprising there, Steven.
Very surprising, actually, because the sim is usually very not lenient with the slowdowns. If it detects you get a slowdown, it really gives you a slowdown. But I guess they've also fixed that with the recent update as well.
So, interesting that, let's see. Eddie Boyles, second in qualifying, showing immense pace in the 38. We've got Ryan Hartunian and Jake Robichaux battling as Hartunian stays out. Robichaux jokers. Kaplinger jokers. He comes out battling Tyler Johns. So they both have one joker out of the window. Kaplinger hits the grip strip. We can take a look. Battle for the lead. Johns on the outside, the 199. Kaplinger in the 277. Kaplinger rips the grip strip. We're side by side between Kaplinger and Johns. Johns on the inside, pushes a little bit wide. Easy to do, trying to defend. Kaplinger looking driver's left, backing up the corner. Johns parking it on the apex, and we still battle coming to cross flag. Will we see a joker from Cap to release himself in this battle, or will Johns do it? Cap does. Deep on the brakes, gets the car to rotate. Eric Kaplinger to the lead, taking his second joker. Johns second. Eddie Boyles jokers. Comes out battling Johns. Side by side to turn one. Eddie Boyles to second in the 38. And Robichaux as well. Both of his jokers out. And Tyler Johns. Now this is the best thing for Tyler Johns to do. Hang on the rear wing of the 38 of Eddie Boyles because you have that joker in your pocket. He will drag you up to Kaplinger. You might be able to steal some precious grid position away for the semifinal. As Cartwright has not jokered, Hartunian has one joker left in the 13. John's yet to joker again. We take 2 laps to go, Steven. Over the jump, Kaplinger.
Over the jump.
He saved it. Whew. What a save for Cap. I was giving you an opportunity, and then I saw that car pointed towards the wall. Robichaux looking inside on Tyler Johns. Battle for third. Gives him a little hip check. Had to hit the brakes mid-corner. And Johns beginning to fall. It looks as though, as he's trying to fight back on Robichaux, I think it's about a second, maybe a second and a half on Joker Delta Cap into the wall! And we've got a parking lot at the top of the hill. This puts Jake Robichaux to the lead. Tyler Johns in second. Eddie Boyles, Cartwright avoids him. And Kaplinger trying to get turned back around. We're coming to the white flag, and now Tyler Johns pulling the Chris Wett strategy of old. He's going to joker on this last lap, Steven.
I think he will have to, yeah. Because it is going to be last lap now. And he still hasn't done his second joker yet, but also neither has Cartwright. So if Cartwright plays his cards right here coming out of the carousel and gets his pace back, he could actually come out in front of Johns in the joker. He could potentially get to take his joker before John.
Tall order for Cartwright, but he sends it in the 55.
It's a tall order, but it's not something we haven't seen.
You know what? You commentate this series more than me. As we take a look at Jake Robichaux, he has to go to the regular course. Cartwright and Johns have the joker over the jump, but Robichaux is going to hold it. And Jake Robichaux wins heat number 2 in Sonoma. Johns, Cartwright, Eddie Boyles, and Hartunian will round out the top 5 on the road as Cap will start from the back in the semifinal. Didn't expect that one.
No, I did not either. It was looking great from Kaplinger. And then while we were watching the battle with Jake and oh god, I already forgot who was battling.
Tyler Johns.
It was
yeah.
Tyler Johns, thank you. He got turned into the coming out of the
really quick
the carousel.
Heat 3 grid. DiGiacomo, Lunan, Matty Grove, Wyatt Pearson, and Kevin Garcia for our third and final heat race of the evening for NASA Rallycross Futures. We wait for Lunan, we wait for Garcia. I'll say it publicly now that I'm here on ASN Plus for NASA Rallycross Futures. All you Futures drivers that are watching this back, thanks for being here. This is awesome to have 4 splits in NASA Sim Racing. Heat number 3 in Sonoma.
Green flag, green flag.
And
Green
we're
flag off the line. What a jump for Pearson off the back row of the grid. Looks to the middle. Lunan leads. DiGiacomo easy on the brakes in the 555. And Lunan leads. Grove in second, former contenders champion. Pearson for JC Academy. Then it's Garcia and DiGiacomo over the jump. Lunan leads in his always slandering Brian Sawyer, who apparently microwaves fish at work in the 88. And on the outside is Grove ripping the grass. Matty, this isn't Brands Hatch. The line maybe didn't work. And former contenders champion Grove got a huge run off the berm, and he's a car length away. from high above. Beautiful camera work, courtesy of Andrew Carnale and our man Stephen Moreau on the button box. As the top 4 under a blanket with Giacomo in tow in the 555. Jokering is Maddie. Jokering is Garcia. Garcia deep. He extends the corner just a pinch. I don't know if that's going to be a penalty. It won't be. At the end of the first lap, Matty Grove leads. Side by side, Lunan and Garcia down to turn 1. So tricky to be side by side into turn 1 because you think the dirt will hold you. And I think I mentioned this earlier, but you think the dirt will hold you. You hit the dirt. Absolutely not. It's the complete opposite. No. And you will push out way wide.
Yeah, if you hit that dirt, it's wide city right there. Your line is just all sorts of messed up there, and you better
Speaking
hope
of messed
you
up
can get
lines,
it back.
Lunan was very shallow on the top of the hill there. Garcia trying. Will we see a Joker response? Matty Grove with his second Joker now.
Looks
Garcia
like
stays out. Pearson Jokers. Pearson, huge run on Joker exit. He looks driver's left on Lunan down to turn number 1. Lunan in the 86, Pearson in the 17, rips the curb, and Wyatt Pearson makes the move stick, it looks like, in the 17. Lunan tries to fight back, but Pearson shuts the door. And Pearson from Montana, ahead of Lunan from North Carolina, behind Matty Grove from Pennsylvania. And that's our top 3 right now in heat number 3. Now, Pearson's got 1 Joker left, and he Jokers immediately. Perfect response for Pearson to try and take the lead from Matty Grove. I'll try not to be biased as he drives for me, but Wyatt Pearson has shown immense pace in the 17. He was barely making features last season, and here he is leading. Commentators curse, though, as he clips the curve, or clips the grip strip a little too much, Steven. And over rotates. Now Maddie's trying. It's only when I'm here. It's only when I'm here.
No, it happened. It's happened while I was commentating. It's unfortunate. Ooh.
So now, Lunan's got 1 Joker left, and he's hoping for Grove and for Pearson to have a little kerfuffle here as we take 2 laps to go, because he's got 1 Joker left, and he can take that on the last lap of the race and steal this away. Garcia takes his second Joker, comes out behind Lunan. And not much movement through this field yet. Side-by-side battle for the lead. Grove on the inside, clips the curve, surges mid-corner, takes it from Pearson.
He makes it
and the
stick.
Former contenders champion from 2023C takes the lead and runs away from Wyatt Pearson in the 17. And we still got 1 lap left. Pearson can, if he's got something to respond to the 472. But remember, we don't get any bonus points for these heat races. It is the higher you finish, the better your grid for your semifinal. White flag for Grove. As all crossed up is Matty Grove. And it's tricky to do. Like I said numerous times already, you hit the paint, but if you hit the curb too, and when the track grips up, it gets unpredictable. And that's what these guys are learning in Rallycross Futures, is to how to control the car and how to predict the track wearing in, and the combination of both of them. And I can tell you, it catches me out. And I've been doing this for a long time. Final corner, Pearson sends it. Not going to get anything done over the jump. Lunan has to Joker, but it's going to be too late. Grove wins heat 3 ahead of Pearson, Lunan, DiGiacomo, and it looks like Kevin Garcia off the track. Want to give a shout out if Matty Grove's wife and kids, Riley, Lane, Shelby, if you're watching on ASN Plus or later on in the week on ASN On Demand. Dad/hubby doing very well in NASA Sim Racing as we get ready for the first semifinal. Klaus Kreutzer, Matty Grove, Tyler Johns, Darren Canfield, Lunan Boyles, Hugh, and Garcia for our first semifinal. And it looks like we're going to have the top 6 transfer through to the feature race. Now, this is done a little bit different compared to the World Championships, with so many cars transferring through the semifinal. And it stings to be 7th or 8th in this field. You got to get everything done on this start for semifinal A in Sonoma.
Green, green, green.
Yeah.
Green flag. off the line, still 3 wide. Thought Johns got a better jump than he did. Kreutzer and Grove side by side. Kreutzer rotates.
Ooh.
Johns and Grove side by side. Contact in the back with Canfield, with Garcia and Eddie Boyles side by side for second right now. Over the jump to begin the first lap. Grove takes it ahead of Johns. We've got Chris Lunan caught up in this incident as well in turn 1. I'm taking a look off monitor to see what had happened, and it looks like Canfield and Lunan came together, Steven, and parking lot in the first corner. Up front, side by side, Grove surges on the grip strip, and to the lead goes the former contenders champion ahead of Klaus Kreutzer in the 77. And Johns in the 199, Matt Hugh in the 53, Johns in the 199. We got Eddie Boyles in the 38. Will we see a Joker on the first time of asking in semifinal A? No Joker for the top 3. Hugh does not. Boyles does. Good idea / potentially bad idea. He's going to come out in this mess, this melee, for the top 3 positions.
This is going to be insane. Because
Now
now he's
breaks
between
nearly into the 199.
Hugh and Tyler
Surging
Johns.
on the curb, sorry, Steven, was Kreutzer in the 77, trying to take the fight to Grove. But now, Boyles is in this battle, and he can get caught up in an incident that he's technically not really racing because these guys have a Joker, 2 Jokers left. Johns on the curb, or sorry, on the paint, had to save the car. Side by side, Eddie, if I was you, I would be backing out of this. You don't want to fight this guy when he is yet to Joker. Grove Jokers at the front of the field. Boyles to the inside, turns Johns in the 199. That was bound to happen.
That
And
was
shame to see
bound to
Tyler
happen,
Johns caught up in
unfortunately.
that. Unbelievably, though, Tyler Johns, with Lunan and Canfield taking a while to get turned around, while Johns has a slowdown. I don't know how long that'll be to clear, but he might benefit from this.
He will definitely be able to clear this on the dirt section.
Lunan already took 1 Joker, and Canfield
Yep.
yet to take any. So Johns has cleared it, so he might be able to still transfer here. We'll just have to see. So Grove takes the Joker in the 472, completes his strategy. Kreutzer
I just realized
in
I
the
forgot to
77.
pull up the timing tower. I was
Side
so
by side, Hugh and Boyles as we battle for third.
into the
And
camera
Boyles
work.
has the spot. It's all good. You focus on you. I can handle this. No worries, my friend. You make those pictures look really good, and I'll continue to yap away. So just to get an update on the running order, halfway through the semifinal here in Sonoma, Canfield off the road in the 23. He has gone back to the pit lane. Got a little worried there for a minute. Matty Grove leads. No Jokers left. Klaus has not jokered at all, sitting in second. Eddie doesn't have any. He sits in third. Fourth is Matt Hugh. He's done with his strategy. Garcia's done with his strategy. John's yet to Joker. Lunan has already Jokered. So as we take 2 laps to go for Matty Grove and Tyler Johns, he's going to have to Joker these next 2 laps. And he might be able to pip Garcia. We'll just have to see. But comfortably sitting in a transfer spot in the 199. A number that is synonymous, of course, Travis Pastrana. And, well, in NASA Rallycross terms, Josh Klog won a couple world championships with car number 199, so good to see it return.
You know what? I think we should watch Tyler Jones for the last 2 laps here, see what happens. Because he could
Right on
theoretically
board.
come out on top of Garcia here.
He takes the first Joker. He's not going to come out anywhere close. So we
No,
can
but
roll
it's going to put
from
him a little
that.
bit closer.
We can jump off of that. Let's take a look from high above, comparing those two. As Johns, looks like Johns has figured out the grip strip. Ooh, that's going to be an issue. No, it wasn't. Okay, I thought that was going to be a slowdown for the 199. He was ripping the grip in turn 1, but it wasn't a penalty. Up front, just real quickly here, Matty Grove off the final corner, and he will be on pole position for the Sonoma Grand Prix. Just kidding, he won't. Kreutzer Joker surprised me, and Kreutzer takes it from Grove. Eddie Boyles, Matt Hugh, Garcia, and Johns does not get Garcia at the line, but he does transfer in the
almost.
199. As best of the rest will be Lunan and Canfield.
He almost did. If he got a little bit more pace coming out of the coming up to the Joker when he went in, he could have theoretically came out in front of Garcia there at the line. It would have been really close, but he could have done it.
So grid 4, semifinal B, Jake Robichaux, Eric Dubois, Wyatt Pearson, Jeff Cartwright, Joseph Pascucci, Joseph DiGiacomo, Ryan Hartunian, Raymond Rodriguez, and the biggest story of the evening is championship leader Eric Kaplinger, 9th shotgun on this field in a semifinal where you have to get to the top 6. And we saw chaos in turn 1 earlier. If you cap, careful on this first lap. Semifinal B in Sonoma.
Cars are on, and we're off.
Green flag. Dubois got a good jump in the first phase. Side by side, Pearson and Robichaux. Then it's Cartwright, Pascucci, Rodriguez, Hartunian, and DiGiacomo, and Kaplinger minding his own business. Nice and calm through the field. Over the jump, side by side is Pearson and Cartwright. We're single file for the top 2. Pascucci around into Hartunian in the 13, and the man from Indiana has left front damage in the 13, the surprise transfer from last week. And I don't think it'll be happening as that car done and dusted after one corner. Cartwright and Pearson had their own little kerfuffle. It allowed Raymond Rodriguez to sneak through the picture, take 2 for 1 special, as Cody Erdman used to say. And Robichaux leads ahead of Dubois. Off the road as Rodriguez passes Cartwright. Cartwright passes him. And Pearson currently sitting in the 5th spot. Kaplinger in 6th, holding a transfer. Jokering on the first lap is Pearson. Over the jump went Robichaux, Dubois, Pearson to 2nd. So DiGiacomo, Pascucci on the outside looking in, and Hartunian off the road in the 13. Dubois hits the 17 of Pearson, gives him a little hip check, and back to 2nd for the 000. Side by side, Rodriguez and Cartwright. They touch in the carousel. As Kaplinger sits in 6th, sorry. As Robichaux still leads, and he takes to his first Joker. Dubois follows him. Pearson stays out. Cartwright stays out. Cap Jokers in the 277. If I'm Eric Kaplinger, I don't care what happens in this semifinal as long as I, of course, want to win and get the point. But I would at least want to transfer. That is the goal. You can't give up. You can't give up these points. Oh, so crucial. As always, action-packed here in NASA Rallycross. And a car length, maybe make it 2 from Robichaux to Dubois here, Steve.
Yeah, it's the length is not far. Oh, and as we speak, Jake is going to take his 2nd Joker.
Dubois stays out. Pearson Jokers. Here comes Cap in the 277, battling on track on the same Joker rotation as Wyatt Pearson, and Cap goes to 3rd. But it's going to compromise his run into the 1st corner. Pearson on the grip strip, surges on the curb. They are both catching Dubois at a rapid rate of knots in the 000. As Rodriguez and Cartwright in the transfer spots, tentatively down to 6th. The Giacomo, Pascucci, Hartunian, that running order has not changed. Battle for 2nd still between Dubois and Cap. Dubois a little bit wide in the penultimate corner. Pearson in the 17 has crashed. And it's so easy to do. But he clipped the grass and over-rotated, and now he's on the outside looking in. DiGiacomo runs it wide in the 555. We've got 2 laps to go. Cap to the inside of Dubois. We've lost Pascucci as well in the 015. He had a massive crash up the hill. He clipped the tire barrier and rolled it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spin counter or flip counters at 5, Ryan, if you're watching this back. We'll have to get the graphic for the futures races. So just an update. Robichaux leads coming to the white flag. Rodriguez, Dubois, Cap, Cartwright, DiGiacomo, and Pearson. And Pearson overextending the track, overdriving in the 17. It's an easy mistake to make, my friend. And sometimes you have the pace and things don't go your way, and you live and you learn from those mistakes as we take the white flag in semifinal B. Jake Robichaux showing impressive pace. Won the Masters race last Thursday night. Everybody had a calamity in turn 1 in Norway, and Robichaux just kind of ran away and minded his own business. I couldn't catch him over those 10 laps. Dubois was involved in that chaos on Thursday, so apologies for the confusion there. But Jake Robichaux into the final corner. Looks like he's going to win the second semifinal in Sonoma. And I'm right this time. No surprise jokers. Dubois in second. Third is Rodriguez. Fourth, Cartwright. Fifth, Cap. And sixth, at the line, will be Joseph DiGiacomo in the 555 as best of the rest, Pearson, Pascucci, and Hartunian.
That was a blast for a race for this second semi-chance qualifier. No.
Were you creating a flip counter just for me? That's
No.
exquisite.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I love it. So, the gridding process is done. We're going to let these guys warm up. And on the other side of the break, Rallycross Futures will go green in Sonoma. Stick around.
You're so interesting.
I love your browser history.
I like that you're not hiding anything from me.
By the way, nice IP address. I like your neighborhood.
You are so special. This ad is just for you.
I learned so many things from you.
You are so generous.
With your personal data.
Switch on privacy, switch off trackers and viruses. Go to nordvpn.com. NordVPN. Safely be you.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
absolutely be doing what he has to do. He has to go for the championship. He has to recover the points that he lost. He's down the race, takes the lead in the 12. What a move. And he takes the lead and holds it.
Side between these two in turn one. This is going to get spicy.
Exiting turn one, over the jump to begin the first lap, clogging the inside line. McFarland contact between them. They are still side by side. This opens the door for Wetz. He can't make anything happen. Over in the 26, he has not won in quite some time. Dragster acing the entry to turn one, up Eddie to the inside of Magnus, gives him a nudge. The grip strip on the inside, Phil. Wetz had a little bit better run, but looks like Ronnie's going to hold the spot.
You're so interesting.
We welcome you back to round number 14 of the championship overall and round 4 of the second season of NASA Rallycross Futures here in Sonoma with Stephen Moreau in the production truck and also next to me in the commentary box. My name is Josh Mertz, live on the Automotive Sports Network Plus. Cameras all season on ASN, brought to you by Whiplash SimCams. Be sure to check them out at facebook.com/WSimCams. And thank you, Andrew Cardinale IV, for your camera support. Also, the intro music for the NASA World feed, produced by Alex Abetti. If you like what you see, I assume you're subscribed to the Automotive Sports Network on YouTube, but you make sure you do it on Blue Sky, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch if those are your things as well. Ring the bell to be notified of our live streams weekly, along with our short-form video content. If you would like your content broadcasted by ASN, or if you'd like to join the team, ASNTVUSA.com. And I also forget that ASN Plus, we're live right now, but ASN On Demand later on in the week. So hopefully you're subscribed as well to us here on YouTube. If you'd like to race in NASA, we have something for everyone in 2025. All the info is at nasasimracing.com. And with JP DeFino in the Lights World Championship, that means we've got a wide open race and nobody will defend as race winner here in Sonoma. And with Kieran Lifflander in the Lights World Championship, they're not going to do what DeFino did last season and double up on the evening, Stephen. So what are we thinking? We just talked about in the break, Wyatt Pearson's the only car, and I don't mean to single you out, brother, but you're the only car that didn't transfer out of the top 8 in qualifying. Everybody else made it. So I don't know what to predict. We've seen some crazy stuff tonight.
We really have, honestly. And like, if some drivers were able to pull some more pace out of a couple of corners, even crazier things could have happened at the end of the line there. So I'm really excited to see what happens for the actual race here, because this is going to be a 12-car field. So
take a look at some programming notes before we hit the Sonoma Grand Prix for NASA Rallycross Futures. So it doesn't show it on the graphic, but don't go anywhere. We're on ASN Plus. We're going to transition to ASN Live. I'm going to step out of the commentary box, put a fire suit on, jump in the car for the NASA Rallycross Lights World Championship. It's going to be, technically it's supposed to be at 9 o'clock Eastern, but it's whenever we're done here for the Futures race. You'll have Josh Darnell stepping into the box, replacing me. And then tomorrow we'll have NASA Rallycross Contenders from Sonoma, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Want to give another programming note about the World Championship race yesterday. That will be on ASN On Demand probably in the next few days, but we're not sure. Just keep an eye on ASN On Demand for that. And then it'll be our next round of the NASA Rallycross World Championship for our live broadcast. That's going to be Saturday the 29th at 2 p.m. Eastern. You'll have myself and Brian for that one. No Torque this Thursday. They are back next Thursday at Watkins Glen. So super awesome to see. If you're watching on ASN On Demand, welcome into the Automotive Sports Network, and be sure to join us on ASN Plus. You can watch these shows when they are live, and I say this every single show I'm on, and I promise I'm going to get to it. But there is going to be more content for ASN Plus, whether it's Rocket League or random officials broadcasted or whatever it may be. And Josh Darnell is here. I want to commentate this feature, but then I could step away and you guys can get ready for that. So Steven, if you want to get Josh Darnell all mic'd up in the commentary box, that'd be exquisite.
Heck yeah, sounds good. I will do that right now as we speak.
So while he's doing that, update on the order. We've got Jeff Cartwright, who's fastest in warm up at a 42.951. Eddie Boyles at a 43.361. Klaus Kreutzer, 43.3. Is Josh Darnell here? He is not here yet. As we're figuring stuff out on the fly. So Cartwright, Boyles, Kreutzer, Garcia, Robichaux, Dubois, Giacomo. That's the 7 cars that have set a lap time out of the 12 cars that are about to take the green here in Sonoma. And a massive death for somebody. It's Jake Robichaux in the 69. So 12 cars, 10 laps, and 2 jokers. As warm-up has concluded, and we will take a look at our grid here very shortly. So we can pop up that grid in just a moment, Stephen Moreau, because we are about to go racing. Nope, not yet. Not yet. It hasn't updated yet. You're okay. Now we can take a look at our grid for round 4. On pole position, Klaus Kreutzer, then it's Jake Robichaux, Matty Grove, Eric Dubois, Eddie Boyles, Raymond Rodriguez, Matt Hugh, Jeff Cartwright, Kevin Garcia, points leader Eric Kaplinger in 10th, Tyler Johns, and Joseph DiGiacomo. 12 cars, 10 laps, and 2 jokers for NASA Rallycross Futures tonight in Sonoma. It is going to be absolutely chaotic in turn 1. We wait for Kevin Garcia to joker. If I'm Eric Kaplinger, I am wearing my hard hat and my glasses and being very nice and respectful to these guys as we get ready. Thanks for joining us on ASN Plus as we get ready to go green in Sonoma, California. Green flag off the line. Grove misses the start. It's side by side. No, it's not. Kreutzer leads. Robichaux, Boyles on the outside. Dubois, Hugh dives it into turn 1. Then it's Rodriguez, Garcia, Johns, Kaplinger, Giacomo, Cartwright, and Matty Grove stuck on the grid in the 472 over the jump for the first time. Single file for the most part. We've got Rodriguez, Matt Hugh, and Grove has fallen out of the server with a connection issue. Take the 472 out of it. We're side by side into turn number 1. Eddie Boyles rips the asphalt on the far side, comes across into Dubois. That stacks up Rodriguez and Garcia, and Kreutzer loves this as he's pulling away by a second and a half over Robichaux, who's got Eddie Boyles for company in the 69 to the 38. Up the hill on the first lap, Boyles looking inside. Robichaux extends the track. Naughty boy in the 69 with track limits. He's trying to undercut the 38, and Kreutzer jokers on the first opportunity. Great idea to try and get away from these guys. Off the road goes Rodriguez. Off the road goes Garcia. We're side by side over the jump with Hugh and Johns. Johns off the track in the 199. And that allows Cartwright and Kaplinger to gain a couple spots. And there's a hornet's nest for second between Boyles, Rodriguez, Robichaux. We've got Dubois. We've got Garcia. This is looking like the contenders race or the Supercar World Championship race here last season with everybody all over each other as they touch Rodriguez and Robichaux, and Rodriguez he does go off the road in the 129. Now into the fence. No, he doesn't. He saves it. Great save for the 129 of Rodriguez. Kreutzer jokers, his strategy's done. Trying to get out and away from the rest of the field. Garcia thought about it in the 505, but he couldn't do it. Reroute on board Cartwright. In the 55, jokering is Robichaux, jokering is Dubois, jokering is DiGiacomo in the 555. Let's take a breath. We've still got cars all over this track. We still ride on board Garcia if we can pick up from high above. Taking a look at this cluster behind Jake Robichaux for the 3rd position. And feel free to chime in at any point if you're here, Josh, or if you're here, Steven, because it is a fun time.
This is an electric battling between all of these cars.
As Kreutzer leads.
I'm just been speechless. I'm not going to lie.
As Boyles He takes his second joker, Dubois. We've got a couple cars. DiGiacomo in the no, it's Garcia in the 505, crashed into the joker gantry, pushed it way wide, and he is out in the 505. Put him to 11th. Cartwright rips the curb, passes Cap, puts him in the middle between Matt Hugh and Eric Kaplinger. That is for the 7th position in the 55. Now, if you're Cap, you are stuck in traffic, and you've already taken one joker. Not a good place for the championship leader.
No, it is not. You don't want to be there right now. If I were Cap, I'd be taking that joker.
Hugh into the wall. Is Cap going to joker? Looks driver's right. No, but he passes Hugh. Hugh responds with a joker. Up front, we're not missing anything. Rodriguez exits the joker. I believe his second shot at the strategy, and he gets by Dubois in the 000, rips the curb. Perfect execution for the 129, and he holds the spot. Eddie Boyles has 1.8 seconds to gain on Kreutzer, but he's already taken both of his jokers, gentlemen.
His strategy is done.
As Dubois looking on Rodriguez. And Rodriguez clips the dirt, and it is so terrifying. I can't tell you how terrifying it is to clip that dirt and be pointed towards the tire barrier and save the car. I definitely didn't do that during the Masters race last week. It was not a fun time.
Incredible that Rodriguez, he was even able to hold on to that car, and now he's getting.
This is amazing as we over the jump now. Jake Robichaux is coming up behind Rodriguez. He's 7 tenths behind him.
And we've got, let's get a reset as we take cross flags. Halfway home in Sonoma, we've got Klaus Kreutzer, Eddie Boyles, Eric Dubois, Raymond Rodriguez, Jake Robichaux, Jeff Cartwright, Matt Hugh, Eric Kaplinger, Joseph DiGiacomo, Tyler Johns. Off the road is Garcia, and Matty Grove had a connection issue. Top 5, remember, transfer to the Lights World Championship race. Off the road is Hugh.
One of his joker.
Now, Cap stuck in traffic, and Tyler Johns yet to joker. Thanks for pointing that out, Josh, because he is in this hornet's nest. He might be able to gain a couple spots. I don't know if he'll be able to sneak into the transfer, but Jake Robichaux has a joker left in the 69. Rodriguez done, Dubois done, and Cartwright done with his strategy. So Robichaux looking good. Cap has taken both of his, so is Hughes. So keep an eye on Johns and keep an eye on Robichaux.
Jake might be able to pass all. Jake might be able to snipe P2 out of this if he keeps it up.
Especially with Rodriguez and Dubois. Side by side, they touch. Off the road goes Dubois, comes across. No issue on re-entry to the track. And he holds now the 4th position. Klaus Kreutzer out and away, 3 seconds ahead of Eddie Boyles. If I'm Robichaux, you got it. Yep, good move. You have to joker now. If we can take a look at the 69, where will he come out? He comes out ahead of Raymond Rodriguez. He snipes 3rd. 3 to go.
He just has to 3 to go in time, and if he keeps hitting that turn like that, he's gonna keep. He can build this gap up to Boyles. I'm still want to see how Boyles takes it next lap.
It is
Rodriguez
great
with a
run.
grip on the inside.
Rodriguez has been mastering that line. Remember, teammates with defending world champion Brian Sawyer, certainly knows how to get it done here in Sonoma. And Rodriguez back to the 3rd spot.
That speed.
Robichaux 4th. Dubois holds the final world championship transfer spot in 5th. 2 laps to go for Kreutzer. We ride on board Dubois in the 000 over the jump. Cartwright, Cap, Hugh. Johns takes his first joker. He's going to come out battling Hugh in the 53. DiGiacomo and Kevin Garcia back on track in the 505 as we still ride on board.
I cannot believe the only collision we've had is Kevin Garcia.
Exceptionally clean in NASCAR Rallycross Futures tonight.
Out of lap 3, when 4 or 5 cars decided to joker, and we had all that traffic, I can't believe everyone kept it clean. That was amazing, guys.
As Klaus Kreutzer.
Tyler Johns off bleeding. Tyler Johns is going to bleed time. He has 1 joker left. I wonder. Did Tyler
White
Johns
flag for Klaus?
He must have taken his 2nd joker.
Tyler Johns has the white flag to take his 2nd joker, so we will see when he takes that. And Eddie Boyles has gained a lot of ground back on Klaus Kreutzer. It's a second between them coming to the checkered flag. It's not over till it's over in NASA Rallycross. We remember last season in the Lights World Championship, Robbie Kirtley ran out of fuel on this section of track, but it's not going to happen to Kreutzer. Final corner for the man from Illinois. Over the jump. And if I look at this stat book correctly, it's going to be a first-time winner in the future split. Klaus Kreutzer victorious in Sonoma, California. Ahead, Eddie Boyles, great podium for him. The luck has turned around. Rodriguez, Robichaux, and Dubois, the top 5 to transfer to the Lights World Championship race. Cartwright, Kaplinger, Johns, Hugh, DiGiacomo, Garcia, and Grove through 12th. And then just a reminder, as we take a look at the top 12 there, just confirmation on that. Just a reminder, Lunan, Pearson, Canfield, Pascucci, and Hartunian, 13th through 17th. And it has been a super fun race tonight. And like we had mentioned, we're going to pivot to ASN Live here in just a couple moments. I'll hand the reins to our friend here, Josh Darnell. I am trying to get points, potentially, at least verbally, for you guys to see who is where in Rallycross Futures. And what could have been for Matty Grove if he didn't have the connection issues. And it's the worst feeling. When
did he lag out at the feature?
He did. Yeah.
Oh, that's awful.
So,
that's so painful.
Unofficially, Kaplinger still leads the championship, and it's by 12 over Klaus Kreutzer. And then Rodriguez a further 12 back on Kreutzer. Then it's Emma Smith, who's still in 4th after not racing in this split for a week or 2 weeks. And then Cartwright in 5th. So top 5 transfer up to the Lights World Championship. We can close this one up and then pivot to ASN Live, gentlemen, if you want. So I'll go ahead and close this up. Just a reminder that cameras all season on ASN, brought to you by Whiplash SimCams. Be sure to check them out at facebook.com/WSimCams. And thank you, Andrew Cardinale IV, for your camera support. Intro music for the NASA World feed produced by Alex Abetti. And if you like what you saw tonight, be sure to like and subscribe to the Automotive Sports Network on Blue Sky, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube, and ring the bell to be notified of our live streams weekly, along with our short form video content. If you would like your content broadcasted by ASN, or if you'd like to join the team, you can contact us at asnTVUSA.com. And if you'd like to race in NASA, NASASimRacing.com. As the checkered flag has fallen on the evening here for the futures portion of our show in Sonoma, on behalf of our entire production staff and producer, Stephen Moreau, my name is Josh Mertz, and we thank you for joining us for the coverage of the NASA Rallycross Futures. We congratulate our winner, Klaus Kreutzer. Stay tuned on ASN Live if you're watching live for the 4th round of the NASA Rallycross Lights World Championship. But until then, so long, everyone.